What is the most important thing we should be teaching young girls today?
I think the most important thing we should be teaching young girls today is leadership. It's something that has been lacking in young girls and women for a very long time, not because we don't want to, but because of what society has labeled women to be. I think we are the most powerful beings on the world, and that we should be given every opportunity, and that is what we should be teaching these young girls, to take up space. Nothing as important as taking up space in society and cementing yourself. Thank you.
Did you hear that? Nothing is as important as taking up space in society. Girl! Yo, I don't even know. Listen, so this morning, today's the 9th of December. Hold up. Is it really? Yes, it is the 9th of December. And guys, so this morning when I woke up, I was actually woken up by a notification from one of my friends. She was sending a message in this other group that we are in. And she was saying, and this was about something past 5. Our new Miss Universe is Miss South Africa. So when I read that, I'm like, huh? And then obviously, I mean, if you hear such news, what are you going to do? You're going to go to one of the biggest newspapers the world has ever seen, Twitter. So I quickly go onto Twitter to see what in the world is happening. And lo and behold, Zozibini is the new Miss Universe. I was still confused. I was like, huh? What? Oh my gosh. And then it clicked. I was like, wait, no, she's Miss Universe. We worldwide, baby. We worldwide. My goodness, I am absolutely in awe right now. First of all, I am proud to be South African. I mean, the last Miss Universe was in 2017, and now we have another one. I don't know how many Miss Universe Miss Universe have come out of South Africa, but so far I know 2. But Zozibini, it's just another level. And the reason it's another level is because number 1, she's dark skinned. Number 2, she has natural hair. Actually, let me add a third one. She has natural 4C hair. Actually, wait, I'm not done. She has short natural hair. If you understand anything about history and how oppression has completely segregated us as black people through colorism, through the pencil test, through the paper bag test, you understand how big this is. So in the past, yes, we have seen dark-skinned women who have won Miss Universe, but it's still a fraction of them compared to how many participants we've had throughout the years. We've had about 4 pageant winners compared to out of 70, out of 68, out of 70, which is a very small fraction. And it just shows you how stereotypes or how beauty standards have always kind of just, you know, leaned towards a certain type of beauty. When I talk about beauty standards, if you are uncertain, I would suggest that you actually do your own research on how the world standards are set up. But with a lot of beauty standards, if you are light-skinned, white, if you have long silky hair, if you have blonde hair, if you have blue eyes, typically you are like, you on top of that pyramid. You are like the cream of the crop. If you are a black, dark-skinned woman with kinky hair, man, you are like scraping at the bottom. You are like down there. So yeah, this is major. And you know what, as I said earlier on, it's such a proud moment, one, to be South African, but it's also such a proud moment to see a woman like Zozibini, who basically stood head to head with beauty standards. I mean, if you saw the runner-up, Miss Puerto Rico, She is light-skinned. I mean, she's gorgeous. She's gorgeous. I will not take that away from her, but she's gorgeous. She's light-skinned. She has blonde hair. And she basically fits into how beauty standards usually lean towards. And then you have Zozibini, who is this black dark-skinned woman with natural 4C hair that happens to be short. Fam, this girl has a fade. And she took that crown, put it on her head. Well, it was like, yeah, Miss Philippines put that crown on her, but you get what I mean. But anyway, yeah, this is such a random video, but it's such an important conversation for us to have, for us to realize or see the change in what is happening in the world. And for me, it's honestly such a proud moment. We still have a long way to go. We still have many women who don't really see their natural hair as beautiful. I mean, not many women would wear their hair in its shrunken stage. Not many women would wear their hair just like this and go out, because a lot of people view themselves as not so pretty when their hair looks like this. But I really hope that just seeing Zozibini, who is representing a certain type of beauty, just like Lupita Nyong'o has been doing so ever since she landed on our TV screens, I hope that this will show many women out there that your hair is beautiful as it is. You don't have to straighten your hair. You don't have to obsess over making sure that your curl pattern is on point. And you don't always have to wear wigs. I am pro choice. I am a lover of people who decide what they want to do with their hair, but I do think it's very important that you understand your reasons behind why you do what you do. When it comes to our past, a lot of people don't understand that in South Africa, for instance, there was something called the pencil test. Now, the pencil test was a method that was used to assess how easily it would be for a pencil to actually run through your hair. It was a test typically used by an oppressor, and it was a way in which to further segregate people based on how you look. And obviously, if your hair was silkier compared to someone else, you tended to have more privileges. I kid you all not. It is so bizarre, the kind of world that we actually live in, because these things, as much as they don't exist, it's not now a law or a policy that is in place, but it is unfortunately still ingrained in a lot of people's minds. That's why you see that in many schools, in many corporate spaces, or in any workspace, there are actually some places where there are laws where you are not allowed to wear your hair in its natural state. I mean, imagine how you not being allowed to wear the hair that grows out of your skull naturally. Like, so this is my hair. This is how it grows out of my skull. But you stop. But you don't allow it. I mean, that's why we ended up having things like relaxers to make your hair more manageable, more smoother, more palatable, so that when you're in spaces with people who don't really like your hair, they can view your hair as more acceptable. So we've come a long way. And then we have things like the paper bag test, which I think originated mostly in America, but obviously the effects of it are global. So the paper bag test was a test which was used to assess whether or not your skin color was either the same color as the paper bag or lighter. So if it was lighter, obviously you were viewed as more superior. Again, you would have better privileges. You find that in some spaces, if you are light-skinned, you can work inside your master's house, and you don't have to be picking cotton or doing things that are a bit more harsh. So historically, we come from a messy past, and unfortunately the effects are still there. But when we talk about loving your hair in its natural state, we're not just saying it for fun, but we are saying it because of how our past has treated us. In the past, we haven't had a lot of representation in such a world stage, but now we do. And I hope that with many young kids who are always looking up to many people will feel validated. And this is such a big moment, especially with a Miss Universe, which is typically built on beauty standards. Yes, intelligence is something that has become, very important and whatnot, but it is typically, a pageant about how you look, your physique and all of that. But this year, I feel like they've outdone themselves. And honestly, I'm just proud to be South African. I am proud to be black. I'm proud to be a woman with 4C hair. And yeah, this is just such an amazing moment for us. And I hope that we can take this moment and own it. But anyway, this was totally random, but this was a totally relevant and important conversation that I thought I should have with you guys. But this is basically all I wanted to say. This is more of a commentary on what just happened. And yeah, if you have any thoughts that you'd like to share, I would really love to hear what you have to say about our new Miss SA. Absolutely amazing. I am so proud. I am beaming. I am so happy. And I hope you as a natural are happy too. So yeah, anyway, I will see you on my next video, and please do not forget to comment, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. Anyway,